This will be the future.
By taking such measures, where will the middlemen go? The people who were doing this earlier.
Just like as I said, real estate
Yes.
being one of the largest investments a person makes.
Yes.
You need middlemen sometimes. Because see, today everybody realizes time is money. Do we still need to hold paper records? Can they be digitized? Can they be verified? Are they accurate?
Right.
Can they keep a record? I think it's just a matter of time when everything can be done online.
Welcome back to another episode of PropSutra with Balaji Rao. PropSutra is presented to you by Prop News Time. In this week's episode, we understand how real estate is being digitized in India. From accessing property records online to making stamp duty payments and virtual walkthroughs for new projects. Let's understand how it's all being done. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
So today I want to talk to you about digitization of real estate. Has it come into India in a big way?
Definitely. See, when we talk about digitization, people confuse it with digitalization and use of technology in real estate. Digitization in its pure form means when you're replacing anything which is paper driven by something in an electronic form.
Okay.
That can be saved, accessed, distributed, So digitization in its pure form is also coming in a big way in real estate and is making rapid changes, actually. And digitalization, that is the use of digital technology in real estate, is also happening at the same time.
Right.
Both in construction, design, planning. So to take digitization first.
Yes.
And I think the main thrust area of digitization as far as real estate is concerned is the root of real estate, that is land.
Correct.
Okay. So the land records, are they being digitized? Do we still need to hold paper records? Can they be digitized? Can they be verified? Are they accurate?
Right.
Can they keep a record? Now, there is a national or a digital India, now it is known, a land record modernization program.
Correct.
Okay. So that under that program, the whole idea, especially in rural India, is to digitize all land records.
Okay.
What we know as Satbara, Khata. So all that is being digitized.
Good.
And there has been some significant progress.
Okay.
In certain states, it has reached almost 95-99%.
Okay.
Okay. As well as you're doing geospatial mapping.
Okay.
So that the boundaries of each subdivision of property becomes very clear.
Right.
So cadastral maps, what we call, which actually give you the survey of a land which you own,
Right.
are being redrawn as per this geospatial mapping.
Okay.
So they are also being digitized.
Okay.
So with the digitization of this sort, and the best is we are now have a Bhu Aadhaar scheme. That is an Aadhaar scheme for the land.
Okay.
So it is a unique land identification number which you will get.
Okay.
So the whole idea of that is just like you have an Aadhaar number for each person, unique parcels of land owned by a particular person will have a 14 number alphanumeric
Okay.
number.
That's interesting.
So your ownership is well determined.
Okay.
Your spatial mapping is determining your boundaries so that there is less scope for litigation. And if this is integrated, and that is being done with SROs, sub-registrar offices, so that whenever there is a change, it automatically uploads and upgrades the latest record.
Okay.
So when you have these sort of reforms taking place, and is rapidly happening actually across the country, then naturally you're digitizing the entire paper system that existed. It caused a lot of headaches.
Right.
It caused a lot of litigations.
Right.
And I feel the biggest benefit of this
Yes.
is that the marginalized sections of the society, the
Right.
poor farmers,
Yeah.
who sometimes had to really struggle to get the ownership right absolutely recorded well,
Right.
they will now have a clean record, which will enhance them to leverage it in case they need to
Right.
for their own use as capital in their farming or non-farming activities.
Right.
So this is going to be a big game changer.
Yes. So I read somewhere that the government, the central government, has been able to even translate these documents into 20 national languages.
Yeah.
Do you think the problem is the language or perhaps how to use the technology?
No, I think the translation is actually transliteration.
Okay.
So they're taking a document and being able to translate it into a language which anybody can read also. It's a
Yes.
transliteration of a document.
Correct.
So that there's no confusion also in saying that, look, I didn't know the language.
Right.
So I didn't know who actually was the owner or what sort of an encumbrance it had.
Correct.
Okay. So that's why I said it's making it pretty universal for most people to be able to access it on those sites, to figure out who is the owner, whether it's mortgaged or whether it's completely freehold.
Correct.
You understand? Yeah. And then be able to use it as an asset to leverage of it if you want.
Okay. So what sort of records can I find online, just generally speaking?
See, the basic records are the record of rights, encumbrances, if any, subdivisions which it has happened. So it gives you the complete history, a provenance of the record, land right on that piece of land.
Okay.
So for a buyer or for a lender against that property, he's pretty fairly assured that he is giving it to the person who actually owns the property.
Correct.
So just like you want to be identified by your Aadhaar number or passport number, here also you're being identified not just by your Aadhaar number as the person, but if you connect it to Aadhaar and Bhu Aadhaar, you're also being connected to the piece of land you own. So you are the owner of that piece of land. There is no confusion.
Right.
You understand? There is no litigation about it.
Understood. What about in the case of cooperative housing societies? So I'm assuming then the land...
See, then you're moving into the urban areas.
Right.
In urban areas also it is being digitized. Property records are being kept. And we are seeing in certain places, like in Mumbai, it is being experimented, whether we can even have a property card in the name of the society member and not just in the name of the society.
Yes.
Because here in Mumbai, where cooperative housing societies are there, they become the owner of the land.
Correct.
On which the building stands. And their name should be there on the index or the property records.
Yes.
Usually we are now trying to move from there to having it to a member, because property tax is slowly moving to a member.
Yeah.
It's no more with the society. It can be put on a member. So if property tax can be moved, then you can also link the ownership of the land to that property member.
Then I'd like to talk to you about contracts. There are sale and lease contracts. Now, from what I have understood, sale agreements cannot be registered online. I mean, there are some states that are experimenting with it, but as of now, it can't be. But there are some aspects of it that can be done online. You can upload your documents, you can do your verification, you can make your payments. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's just a matter of time when everything can be done online. Why sales are not being done online is because of verification, validation sometimes. So people are afraid if somebody is faking it or is it at the right time. So, but that's only a matter of time before we figure out how to stop those sort of issues, if any.
Right.
As of now, like say, leave and license agreements are done online.
Yes, in Maharashtra.
And that's pretty easily uploaded. And most states are slowly following it.
Correct.
So any document, even in the urban communities, which will happen, like your mortgage documents, your sale, purchase, leave license, lease, tenancy right, they'll all start getting recorded online.
Okay.
Even if they're not recorded online, even if you have to go to an SRO to present yourself, still it will become digitized. Okay.
Yes.
So maybe right now it is not absolutely seamless that you sit in your house and do it and everything is recorded right up to the stage of the land record. But that's also going to happen. As I said, this will be the future.
Okay.
The digitization, in the sense that paper will be less.
Yes.
And it will all be in electronic form. Your ownership, your rights, everything.
How is digitization being used in the design and planning of real estate?
We discussed where it is being used, the digitization of the paper records, which helps, as I said, in helping the marginalized community, in giving a feeling of security, less thefts, less frauds,
Yes.
less improprieties. So it helps it a lot.
Correct.
When you come to an actual project, when somebody wants to construct, so you have the planning, design, construction,
Yes.
execution. So you have a lot of approvals and everything. But this is all also slowly, it was already there. There is the use of digital technology.
Okay.
Like if you see a CAD drawing, it's
Right.
use of digital technology. Okay. So you don't need to have a blueprint all the time. You can have a CAD drawing, you can submit those CAD drawings, and the municipal authorities can look at those CAD drawings and say where it is being, within the framework of the approval system or with outside the framework, give their approvals or reject their approval.
Right.
So it's all online nowadays.
Right.
In certain states like Gujarat, it is very much advanced, where there's a time limit. If you don't get your approval within the time limit, they say it can be considered as a deemed approval. So it's putting pressure on officials
Right.
to also give their response to your application.
Right. There are a lot of states that have been that have completely taken the building approval process online. Do you feel by taking such measures, where will the middlemen go? The people who were doing this earlier.
See, I think middlemen are necessary only when somebody has to interpret.
Okay.
So it's a very large topic to address, but let me cut it short. In a business to consumer transaction,
Yes.
if it is a complicated transaction,
Yeah.
you might need a middleman.
Okay.
So I do believe in real estate, you do need middlemen.
Okay.
Because for most common customer,
Right.
it is a complex thing. Understanding legal records, whether it's approved, mortgage loans, you understand. So he sometimes takes the help of a middleman. Okay. But when you talk about design approvals,
Yes.
plan approvals, it's a B2B.
Right.
Okay, or a B2G if you say the government is approving it.
Yes.
So business is sending something to an institution or a government for approval. Correct?
Yes.
There you don't need middlemen because they're both very technically professional.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
So there the concept of middleman is what people frown upon
Yes.
because he's supposed to be greasing both sides and expediting and all that. So that if it is removed is good.
Understood.
You understand?
Yes.
The government is trying to eliminate middlemen as far as possible wherever it's a simple process. If they feel that you can get a driving license, apply online, go for the test, get your license. Even a passport. You don't need a travel agent to apply for you.
Correct.
But wherever there's a little bit cumbersome, complicated, complex, maybe you still will need a middleman. Just like as I said, real estate,
Yes.
being one of the largest investments a person makes,
Yes.
you need middlemen sometimes.
So the government is helping in improving transparency and reducing our reliance on middlemen in such activities.
It helps you to remove exceptions. It's templating it. See, if you ever want scale growth, okay, you want investments to come, whether foreign or domestic, you need to show you have trust. They can trust you.
Okay.
That you have transparency, you have credibility. How do
Right.
they show that? So if everything is above board,
Yeah.
then as they say, even a child should be able to get that approval as long as they're sticking to the template.
Correct. Yeah.
So any licensed architect should know what those things are. So he doesn't need a middleman to
Yeah.
push it through.
Yeah.
You understand? Because that's where all the bribing and all the unsavory practices of real estate start.
So coming back, can we talk about how digitization is working, say, in the construction aspect of real estate?
See, again, it'll be more digital technology being used.
Right.
Even in the construction, as I said, there is this whole concept of having the BIM,
Right.
So you're doing the building imaging, you're trying to monitor what is happening on the construction side, you're trying to do supply chain management, you're trying to do just-in-time supplies, inventory control. The whole thing, sometimes most of the bigger real estate developers usually follow a ERP system sort of a thing,
Okay.
where the whole thing, enterprise resource planning, from end to end, it is always planned out completely. What do I require? When do I require it? Have I made the arrangements for the supply? How is the supply coming? Is the tendering? So it can be completely using technology to do it.
Understood.
It need not be old-fashioned anymore.
Right.
So there's a lot of technology driven in this. Also, to some extent, technology is happening in a rapid pace in precast, in
Right.
prefabricated.
Yeah.
You know, when you're putting things together in a building, it's much faster. Today, if you see our infrastructure moves much faster because it's being precast or prefabricated in a different area, shipped to that particular place, and the bridge is put together.
Yes.
You understand? So you don't have to do it all in situ, what we call.
Understood.
So there is a lot of technology being used in it. So if you are looking at whether we have crashed the time of building, yes, we have. In fact, we have crashed the time of approvals also in certain states.
Yes.
We are crashing the time of the building because, see, today everybody realizes time is money.
Right.
Time is of the essence.
Yes.
In which case, the faster I can complete a project, the more profitable it is for me,
Right.
rather than drag it along. Because the meter is ticking on
Yes.
whether I've put equity capital or debt capital into it.
Understood. So, in a way, can digitization or the use of technology be the solution for affordable housing because it can reduce the time?
Technology is the solution for affordable housing because a lot of it is precast.
Right.
Especially, it needs scale. So
Right.
if I want to make 20,000 homes, it's easier than to make 200 homes.
Correct.
Because we can precast, pre-slab, everything is done in a very cookie cutter fashion. So do they look very similar? Yes, they will look similar. You can't have it all.
Correct.
But that's mass housing.
So, RERA has made it possible for us to access a lot of documents related to a project online. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, what RERA does is one of the prerequisites before selling any project is that you got to have it RERA registered.
Correct.
In order to get the RERA registered, you have to upload all your approvals. Okay? So that they check and they say, yes, it is kosher.
Yes.
It can be sold to the public.
Right.
So, and they put it in this website.
Yes.
So anybody, and whenever you advertise, you need to give a QR code
Yes.
and the link. So you can go to that and check whether the project in which you're buying into has been RERA registered. Are there any issues? What are the approvals they've got?
Yes.
You know, so that you are relatively comfortable
Yeah.
and feel safe and secure before committing your purchase.
Right. Is it easy though to understand these documents that they put? Because they put everything from your litigation details to your building approval. So in a way it's great. But how would you ask a layman to, or how would you recommend a layman approach it?
That's exactly my point. You hit the nail on the head. So, as I just said a little bit earlier, you need a middleman sometimes, which people don't understand.
Right.
Because whether the middleman is a broker or he's your lawyer,
Yeah.
okay, you need somebody who is well versed in the industry to interpret and translate it for you,
Understood.
what it means for you, what are the risks you're taking. Okay,
Yeah.
just because it's uploaded,
Right.
it doesn't mean that there's no risk at all.
Okay.
RERA is not guaranteeing it.
Right.
It just safeguards your interests. If there is a problem, they will pull up the developer. But it automatically doesn't mean that you will get it and there's no risk at all involved.
Right.
It cannot guarantee you
Yes.
that, correct?
Yeah.
Similarly, many people before RERA also used to depend upon a housing finance company.
Yes.
Again, no, they are not guaranteeing the project.
Right.
They approve the project because it is within their risk parameters. But I might not want to take their risk parameters.
Correct. Yes.
I might be completely conservative. You understand? So there are a lot of issues which can happen. So that's why I always believe in any complex transaction involving crores of rupees sometimes.
Yes.
It is necessary to have your people who will represent you.
So, just for me to summarize for our audience, essentially, digitization helps with access to information. But the middlemen that we've been using so far, maybe their role has to evolve to becoming more, perhaps, have more expertise to be able to guide us. So we might be able to upload or view documents with someone to interpret. So the role of a middleman will evolve to be that of an expert or that of somebody who can be a proper representative of the buyer.
I think so. I think you're in the right direction. See, because if you look at realtors or brokers or realty agents or whatever you call the body of professionals, basically at the lowest end, they are just people who are just finders.
Correct.
They just introduce you to say this one has a flat and you want to buy it, he wants to sell it.
Yeah.
So I'm introducing you and you can give me my commission. And people will generally squeeze them even out of the 1% commission, which they
Right.
might ask,
Yeah.
you know. But if you want to evolve, and that's where they have to evolve,
Yeah.
because that position is slowly going to be taken away by technology.
Correct.
When you have all these classified listing sites,
Yes.
okay, whether you call them housing.com, Magic Breaks, 99 Acres, Prop Tigers, Square Yards, they're all very good. They're all very good classified listing sites. They have all the technology backing. Sometimes people give wrong information,
Yes.
so it becomes gigo, garbage in, garbage out.
Correct.
But if suppose the right information is there, they do serve as a place where you can find what you want and reach out.
Right.
You know, so those things, once they start getting better and better
Yes.
in verifying, validating, premium listings and all that, are there also scaling up slowly, then naturally what will happen is the lower rung of these realtors, property agents will disappear
Okay.
because there will be lesser use of them.
Right.
So you need somebody who is more qualified professional. That's why RERA has it registered.
Correct.
They sometimes are now putting an exam, certification.
Right.
You might even need to advance it further. You understand?
Yeah.
Because sometimes in a good case, you might not need a lawyer if your
Right.
agent is good enough sometimes. Sometimes you'll always need a lawyer, but
Right.
you will need somebody. See,
Right.
there's also an issue where people don't realize that channel partners generally represent builders. They don't represent you.
Yes.
They are there to help you buy into the builder's project.
Correct.
But most people blindly think the channel partner is on his side. How can he be on his side when you don't pay him?
Correct.
The builder is paying him.
Yes.
And sometimes they pay him as high as 4, 5, 6, 7%.
Right.
So naturally he's incentivized by the builder.
Yes.
So his job is to get the sale done in a way. You don't have anyone on your side representing you.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even a lawyer.
No.
Sometimes
Yes.
no broker because the channel partner is big enough.
Correct.
Right? So there I think you are pretty much naked in the transaction.
Okay.
And caveat emptor, buyers beware.
Right.
You understand? So I don't think you should ever do large transactions without expertise help.
Without a representative.
Correct. So that's where you need realtors, brokers of some quality, of some training, having some information and knowledge.
Right.
And I would assume your firm, Prop News Time, basic aim is for that,
Yes.
is to propagate so that people every day understands what's happening in the industry.
Right.
They get invested in the industry.
Right.
And then they can naturally advise people accordingly.
Right.
So knowledge is power. So it's very essential that people do have the knowledge.
Right. That brings me to my next question, where I wanted to discuss the emergence of prop tech, and it is more on the technology side of things, but to just talk about very briefly to talk about listing websites and what by creating these virtual marketplaces, how do you feel it's changed the way we look for properties?
I think it changed in a way because it's convenient. You can do it from the comfort of your house. You don't need to travel all the time to the site. You might do it once or twice maybe.
Right.
Because it's giving you a bird's eye view, it is giving you a virtual tour
Right.
because of augmented reality, virtual reality, 3D. So you have a much better idea of what your project is going to be.
Understood.
The only word of caution I have for
Yeah.
the buyers is most people only show the project, your flat,
Right.
the amenities.
Yes.
They do not show your neighborhood.
Correct. You're very
You
right.
understand?
Yes.
You need to have people who will show you the neighborhood. You understand? I just don't want to see the project. I also want to see, whether it is Char Bangla or Sat Bangla or Sat Rasta, what that is looking like, because I have to go through that to get to my project.
Yeah. Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's essential that you see the overall bird's view of also the locality, the micro market,
Right.
and not just your project, building and amenities. That's an essential part of it, a critical part of it, but not the end all, be all and end all of your purchase decision. So this helps in understanding a lot
Yes.
as to what is happening. So somebody who is very well researched, a tech user,
Yes.
can easily do that, even through satellite imagery of the Google Maps and all that, to see what your micro locality looks like.
Correct.
What are the others saying about it? It is possible.
Yes.
But that's where I feel a broker or a realtor helps in putting those together.
Right.
Because even if I'm sitting abroad and I want to buy in Bangalore or Chennai, I can ask my Bangalore Chennai broker to tell me, show me the pictures of the neighborhood.
Correct.
Show me how it looks at 6 in the evening.
Yeah.
How long does it take me to reach there?
Right.
So that guy can do a lot of legwork for you.
Understood.
But having said that, virtual tools and all that are much better than previously. 20 years back, it was only brochures, glossy
Correct.
brochures,
Yes.
which was selling a dream. So the dream shouldn't remain a dream. It should become reality after you paid up fully. Otherwise, the dream becomes a nightmare.
Understood. Next, I want to talk to you about how property is being managed using technology. So we have a lot of these applications. One of the most popular ones is MyGate right now, that helps housing societies monitor people coming in, going out. Do you think that they are sufficiently using technology, or can it be used in more aspects?
No, I think it can be broadened, and there are apps which are broadening that from MyGate. I'm sure MyGate will also follow. See, it becomes comprehensive. What you're talking about, use of technology, once you moved in property management, in facilities management, what we call. So, in that maintenance aspect of a building,
Yes.
do these apps help? Yes. They make you feel safe, secure. They can be connected to the CCTVs.
Correct.
They can also be connected sometimes to neighborhood shopping, to your service providers like electricians, plumbers, carpenters, if a big society has them,
Right. Yeah.
on their rolls or as a contract with them. Yeah. So you can, as a unit holder or an apartment owner, contact them, or even as a tenant, contact them to say that, look, I need this work done. It's all on record. You
Right.
understand?
Yeah.
And it helps you to track and check their movements. You understand?
Right.
So I think the entire idea where it helps maximum is not just convenience and comfort, but also security.
Understood. Yeah.
Because now each and every person who is visiting your flat is not just his face is being recorded by a CCTV. That's easy.
Right.
But also he's identifying himself as something.
Correct.
I am so and so
Yes.
from ABC Chemist. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Or from this grocery store.
Correct.
So you have been identified, you have been approved usually by somebody in the building,
Right.
and that's why you have entered the building.
Correct.
So if something goes wrong, can I track you? Of course I can track you. It won't be so difficult unless somebody does an elaborate scam scheme,
Right.
which is a different avenue. But basically, I think it makes life much more easier. Though for older people, it looks to be complicated.
Understood. Yes.
Okay. So somewhere we'll have to make these apps also comfortable for holders, like voice activated or something. Because the problem is the intergenerational. You have the digital natives, you have the tech users, and you have the older seniors who are not so comfortable with how to put in everything.
Correct.
You understand? And the biggest problem which most people don't understand about technology, and as a senior I can also tell you, is that when your screen is getting smaller, your fonts are getting smaller, how does he peer and look at it?
Yeah. Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you enter even an elevator, you can't figure out the numbers
Yes.
because they've either got faded away or it's so small.
Right.
It's not senior friendly at all.
Yes.
So I think you will have to do that because the senior citizen in this country is growing by leaps and bounds.
Right.
I think it's already 150 million people and it's only going to go exponentially higher.
Right.
So any technology has to take all age groups into consideration.
Understood.
Otherwise, it's not going to be easy and it's not going to be universal, what we call.
Right. What, according to you, is the future of advertising and marketing with the use of technology?
A good question. See, I think last year it got tipped over that there is more digital advertising happening than conventional advertising offline.
Yes.
So the tipping point has already got. Conventional advertising will not disappear, it will always be there. But digital advertising will be the future
Okay.
because there are different media channels to approach the consumer and the customer. And most importantly, the thing about digital is that it's available to you at all times, even if you want to relook at it or you
Right.
want to save it. Typically, I would think for somebody who is very digitally oriented, which is what is happening for most of the target segment, they would prefer to have ads which are more to their liking.
Okay.
Okay. So if the ad is not to their liking, it's not a brand which he actually uses or it's not a commodity which he's familiar with, I think he just glances over it. It just doesn't even register for them. So for most people, if you ask them what was the front page of your newspaper, the ad on it, they won't remember.
Correct.
Because he just glanced through it. He might be a man who is looking at some jewelry ad.
Right.
Now, whether the jewelry ad is of Tanishq or Kalyan or PC Sen or whatever it is, he doesn't remember sometimes.
Correct.
You understand? Maybe the woman might remember, maybe not. That's also
Yes.
doubtful.
Yeah.
So, digital advertising helps you to target the same people. If they want to target their customer and they know what profile they are, so that is useful to them. So there is the demographics, which is the socio-economic classification. There's the psychographics, the attitude, the personality of the people. I believe the future will lie in sociographics,
Okay.
where you can classify your target segment as a social group, sociological segment,
Okay.
which you can address
Okay.
and who might be interested in your product or service. So there's a
Generic.
personalization which is extreme, which they are trying for. I think the intermediate step we will go through over the next few years will be socio.
Okay.
So I want to sell a car. So are there auto enthusiasts, whether they're seniors, juniors, men, women, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And to these auto enthusiasts, can I target with my ad?
Right.
You understand?
Like advertising on an auto car or
Yes,
an
like
auto car
offline you would have
Yeah.
advertised on an auto car or you would have an auto exhibition.
Right.
Because why will I go to that exhibition?
Correct.
So tomorrow I would tend to believe in a sociographic way. There might be a virtual exhibition for auto people, you understand, or for real estate people. So that would be the one where if I'm interested, I'll come and I want to see what's on offer.
Right.
So that will be the future.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
That's a wrap for this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do share your thoughts and feedback in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow us on social media and hit the bell icon for regular notifications. Until next time, thank you so much for tuning in.